Hello everybody, this is Business Ambassadors. I'm Christian Tombers. I'm the owner of Charlie Tango Productions, ThinkSales101.com, and my guest today is Carolyn Goldenetz from Damsel in Defense. Good morning, Carol.
Good morning, Christian.
I am excited about talking about what you have because it looks like you got a lot of really cool gadgets here.
Well, yes, I do.
So tell me, what is Damsel in Defense?
So Damsel in Defense is a company all about keeping women safe. And we have Empower Hours that I go in and I teach women about these tools that we support and how to use them.
Okay, Power Hours down at a business or a residential home, or?
It could be either, yeah. It could be at home, it could be at your business, it could be at a social setting like a restaurant.
Okay. Tell me a little bit how you got started with Damsel in Defense. How did that inspire you to get involved with the company?
Sure. Well, my sister-in-law showed me a stun gun at Easter time about a year ago, and she kind of disguised it as a flashlight and said, "Hey, I want to see this cool flashlight." And I'm like, "Okay, let's look at this flashlight." Well, she stunned me, not me, but she stunned me about 2 feet away, which made me jump. And I said, "What in the heck is this?" And she said, "It's a stun gun, and I think you really would like the company." So 24 hours later, I was a Damsel in Defense Pro, and the rest is history.
Oh, wow. Awesome. Very good. Tell me a little about the products. I'm excited about some of the things that you brought here to show.
Right, yeah. So we have a lot of different things. We have security on the go, which we kind of have on over on this area. We have pepper sprays, which are in this area, and then we have stun guns, which are right here. So the neat thing about stun guns is that they can be disguised as other things as opposed to a taser. So for instance, this stun gun, it kind of looks, well, it looks like a camera, right? It looks like a camera, but it's really a stun gun. Another thing is this one looks more like a tactical flashlight, but it really is a flashlight and a stun gun. Some of our pepper sprays, you know, it is pepper spray, it looks like pepper spray. But there's a little clip here that you could be able to put that on your jeans or shorts or something like that. Moms like these because there's a pouch, so there's a little bit more added security. And then we have our security on the go, junk on the trunk.
Can we take a look inside that
one? Sure, let's open it up.
Yeah.
So junk in the trunk is meant for roadside emergencies, and there is a lot of things. So like a blanket. It's always raining when you're changing that tire, so the ponchos, change of the season, we always forget our little scraper. Flashlight that does not require any batteries, it just runs on pumping it. First aid kit, gloves, tools, waterproof matches, there's a compass in here, and then on the back there's also jumper cables.
Okay.
So there really is all that you might need in a...
Looks like you got a whistle here, too.
Yeah, there's a whistle which has a compass on it. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, tools. That's nice to have, yeah. Okay. Yeah, got all those.
Yeah, so like you said, junk in the trunk. So other neat things for the car, too, is this roadside road trip is what it's called, and it's a flashlight, but it has magnets right here so that you can have a beacon light, the alarm.
Okay.
It will break the, has a tool to break the window, and then it also has a tool to slash the seatbelt. And and then it also operates as a flashlight.
Okay,
so,
but that one's not a stun gun, right?
No, this is not a stun gun.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Now, other neat thing too, if you do a lot of traveling, like hotels, or if you live in an apartment where a maintenance worker might come in, this is kind of neat. It's a safe. So, but it looks like hairspray, and it really truly looks like hairspray. Another neat thing too, if you don't have an alarm system. And you want to be able to make sure that nobody comes in to your house, either by a window or by the door. It's called a step off, and it has a nice little. I don't know if you can see that. It's probably not bright enough, but it's a little night light right there. The suction cup right here, lever, and then also this has a security, a high and low sensitivity, and when that door opens up, it sounds off the alarm. It's pretty loud.
Okay. Well, it sounds like it's not just for homes; could be for a hotel too.
Hotels, apartments, dorm rooms. College kids are heading back to college right now, so dorm rooms, obviously.
Okay.
Obviously, pepper sprays. We all know about pepper spray. Ours are 18% OC, which is oleoresin capsicum. It's a pepper, serrano pepper, ghost pepper, or what make up the pepper in here, and we also have a UV dye in here. So if I were to spray somebody for 7 days, that dye will stay on there. You won't see it.
Okay.
It'd be like a black light that you would have to put on the face.
Question about that: does the pepper formula, the chemicals, whatever you mentioned there, have a shelf life to it?
Oh, good question. Yes. So if they are in the car, if you always keep your pepper spray in the car, so the heat, and, with the summer, and then also with the cool of the winter, about a year.
1 year?
Yeah, 1 year. But there is an expiration date on all of the canisters, and so that is generally 3 to 4 years.
Okay.
We tell people if you keep it in the car, replace it every year. But if you keep it like in your purse or something like that, then check the expiration date.
Because I'm sure a lot of people don't know that, and they got pepper spray that's 5, 6, 7 years old, and
or 20 years old. I mean,
go to use it, then
right,
it doesn't
exactly.
work.
Great
Okay.
question. Great question. The other thing, too, that I wanted to highlight with our pepper sprays is we have this, it's called a hot little hand, and it's just this little glove that fits over, and it can be left or right. You just take this little canister out. But it's great hands-free. And then also, if you do a lot of biking, you could put it on upside down, in a sense, and then be able to bike.
Oh, okay.
And the pepper spray's right there, too.
Yeah.
So that's cute little hot little hand. And if you don't like pepper spray, then we also have another little mechanism called hard little hand. This tip right here will break glass. So a lot of emergency people like to use this as well. Or if you come up upon an accident where you need to get somebody out of the car real quick, this will break the window. So the same idea.
Okay.
They also come on just a keychain, so you can have this on a keychain. So, purses. So we have concealed carry purses, and we have 3 in the line I brought to you here today. This is just the clutch, where in the back, that's where you'll keep your gun, right in there, and then it just looks like a normal purse. It's just a nice little clutch. And then we also have what we call the hidden gemma, and it has left or right access for your handgun in the back right there. So yeah, books. We need to go over the books.
Yep.
Lots of stuff here. So this is new to Damsel, and this just came out with our fall winter catalog. These books, we're going to hopefully change the statistics on children. And before a child reaches the age of 17, 70% of those children are going to have some form of child abuse. That can range from, just, little playing doctor or something like that, on up to physical abuse. So these books will go through just a nice little story. The kids in the story range from 4 to 12. And this particular one is more on, I think she's 9 years old. And then also this one focuses more on an older kid, a 12-year-old, meeting the friend's brother, who is a sophomore in high school. So just, different scenarios that could possibly happen. We've been getting great reviews about these. There is a parent guide that needs to, I totally tell people to buy, so that the parents can read the guide, understand what the kids might be going through, especially if they don't even know that they've been abused in any way. So books and the parent guide. So yeah,
awesome.
Whew, that's it.
Well, so you got a catalog here, and there's all kinds of products, and I've known you for, over a year now.
Yeah,
and
right.
the product line has actually been increasing.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about why it's important that women should have this, and what industries would, other than college kids and people owning a home, what other industries might be able to use these products?
Well, I go a lot to businesses because, you have nurses who have schedules that, you might be getting off at 3 a.m. or 2 a.m. or something like that. And especially downtown, if you're in a parking garage at that time, you would totally want to have some sort of alarm or stun gun for that. And then also college kids, obviously, on campus, but moms who are also maybe taking their kids to the mall, and maybe you have an 8-year-old son that wants to go into the men's restroom now and not follow mommy into the women's restroom. So you can have what we call this little personal alarm, which I guess I forgot to show as well. But this personal alarm just fits right on, on your belt loop or something like that. But it comes in blue, so don't worry. And then it's just a nice little alarm, so the mom knows to instantly go into that men's restroom and get that kid out of there. But yeah, just little
That's
things.
cool.
Yeah, little and women, older women like this too. Like senior citizens who necessarily don't want to mess with the stun gun or the pepper spray. This will draw attention to them.
Yeah.
So that's a nice little option.
Well, there's also a lot of workers that work late night shifts.
Totally.
of all ages, and I think you mentioned at one of the workshops that I attended of yours, realtors.
Right, realtors are big because you have open houses, and so they are publishing their picture so that they are recognizable. So then, you know, someone who comes in and is not under, you know, wanting to go there for the open house, they're going there to do something bad to the realtor. The realtor can totally have a stun gun that, you know, looks like a flashlight or looks like, you know, a camera, just so that she has or he has some sort of protection because they are the only ones there in the house. It may not have.
Yeah, and that may also be true for a lot of small businesses where there's only 1 or 2 employees.
Oh, yeah, hairstylists, you know, for instance, that own their own business. This is a great tool so that they know if they're there late at night, they can just say, hey, I'm just going to put this right by the door, you know, while I'm cutting your hair. So, yeah, exactly.
Yep, okay, very good. Tell me a little bit about why it's important for women and men both to take a look at these products. What are some of the statistics that you've had
Right, so a violent crime happens every 26 seconds, and every 40 seconds a child is abducted. 1 in 3 women are experience domestic violence from their partners.
A violent crime occurs every 26 seconds.
Right, yeah.
So in 1 minute, that's even more than twice.
Yeah, yeah.
Almost 3 times.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. And 1 in 5 women are survivors of rape. The other thing that I want to say, too, is because it's August, so kids are going back to school, that statistic quadruples, or the I guess you could say the chance of a girl or a female getting raped in college quadruples. So having, you know, the parents being proactive about that and getting pepper spray or, you know, some sort of, you know like a socket to me, so that the child can have that on the campus is very, very yeah, you just need it.
Yeah, okay.
And then also, like I was saying before, the age of 17, 1 in 6 girls, or 1 in 4 girls, and 1 in 6 boys are more likely to have some sort of child abuse. So that statistic is just mind-boggling.
Okay. I understand that there's also some things that your company supports.
Right, right. So one of the things, too, that I didn't mention as well is also the Gotcha Stun Gun. That 5% of the sales goes towards our Gotcha House, and that is a house in Cambodia that helps women coming out of the sex trafficking trade. So that will help them.
Is that one actually active right now?
It can be, yeah. We can just put the pin in there. You do need a pin for any of our stun guns to be able to work. This one's kind of unique because not only do you have the light for the first click, the second click, it will either operate the alarm, or it will operate, and I'll do it this way so we can see it. So there's the stun gun part.
Okay.
So once that pin is out, you cannot use it.
So if they stole it from you,
you would not be able to use it.
They can't use it back on you.
Now the key is that you want to have that around your wrist like this. So I can show this one as well. But this one again is the light, and then there's this, if you can see it, there's this little red light right there, and then there we go. There's the stun gun. So yeah, getting back to this.
Go ahead. No, that's all right.
Yeah, that's all right. We got a little on a bunny trail. But RAIN, so Rape, Abuse, Incest National Network, Women and Children's Network, and then Wipe Every Tear. And then each month we change a charity. We call it a choice charity, and anyone can nominate that. We just have a Facebook site that we can go on and nominate that.
Okay.
So yeah.
The Empower Hour workshops, you go through the products. What else do you discuss?
Right, so we have what we like to say is levels of security, and you don't just want to rely on just a pepper spray or just a stun gun or just a socket to me. Mainly because if the pepper spray, for instance, if it's a windy day and you're outside, that pepper spray could come back onto you. Yeah. So you want to make sure that on a windy day, maybe you're using the socket to me, or maybe you're using the stun gun. We find that a lot of women, a lot of men have never tried a stun gun before. So just in an Empower Hour, I make sure that everyone tries a stun gun and to understand how they operate, because that's very key.
Because they are close contact to work, right?
Yeah, you have to be touching. Yeah, it's a contact. Right, that's a taser. Yeah, okay. Tasers will shoot out, whereas this is contact. Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. So we just go over all the aspects of how to operate because, for instance, there's a special way to hold the pepper spray so that it doesn't get taken away from you, and then also that also helps to maybe even do a little punching as well. So.
Okay. One of your workshops, I also learned that one of the best defenses is to be actively aware of your surroundings to where you never get to the point where you have to use any of these products.
Good point. Good point. We're all about our keys being in the bottom of our purses, or we have groceries on both arms, or we have groceries and trying to keep control of a kid. Or we're on our cell phones. How often? Let's check our emails, or let's check this, or ding, something happens. So being aware of your surroundings, especially when you're in a parking lot late at night, it can be any time. But just being aware of your surroundings, that will cure just about any instance that might happen to you.
How does personal attitude play into that?
Well, walking confidently, knowing that you will put up a fight if you are going to be attacked, and that is very key, is walking confidently.
Okay. Carolyn, how do people get in touch with you? I think we have your contact information on the screen there.
So you can definitely go to my website, which is www.yourstunggungal.com, or 317-813-9901 is my phone. But that's how to get a hold of me.
Okay, very good. Well, thank you very much, Carolyn.
Well, thank you for having me.
And thank you to Logan Street Signs for hosting our program.
Christian?
They get a hold of me at thinksales101.com, the website, or area code 317-5SALES5, which is 317-572-5375, also on the bottom of the screen over here. And we thank you, and we'll see you next time.